So here limit and offset. So limit means from how many records you have to limit. Let's say if you have 1000, if you give 500 as the limit, 500 records can be queried. If you give offset, from which record you have to query the records. Let's say if you have 1000 records, if you need to query from 501, then you can give it 500 offset. Okay, from 501 this will be displayed, the records will be queried. Okay, so this is about limit and offset. Write down your own words on this. If you have any questions, just let me know. Limit and offset. Important point in this one. How to get the parent record fields from the child. Access parent record fields. Parent fields from child as well. So you can resume the recording. Okay. Select then parent field dot then field name. Parent dot field name from subject. Let me give one example here. You can understand clearly. Let's say I have these many fields from student. Here I'm getting training. Training, if I'm querying this is giving ID, right? I'm getting ID. Only ID I'm getting. Okay. This. So here I'm getting ID only. But how can I know that? What is the training name? What are the number of fields students are there? Something like that. If I want to access the training object fields by using the student object SOQL query, means you are trying to access parent field values from the child object itself. Then what you can do is, as this is the custom field, right? This is the custom field and custom object. As this is the custom field, how can we identify it is a custom field or not? Using the API name. This is double underscore C. So when it is double underscore C, what you need to do is replace C with R. R means relationship. Relationship means it is trying to get parent val dot. Whatever the field you want to query, you can use like this. Name field you are trying to get, you can use this one. Training double underscore R dot name. You are having course, right? Use training double underscore R dot course underscore C. Use this. Course is not existing. What is this? Go to the object field. You can use this API name of that parent field. Is there a field called training name? See, this is the name, course name. You have to give course underscore name double underscore C. This is the API name. Okay. So here course name is also coming. This is how you have to access this one. Training double underscore r dot name means parent field double underscore r dot field name. This is for custom objects. But how can we access the standard fields? If you see the standard student object, there are some standard fields like created by ID. Okay, these also look up to user. Let me access this. Created by ID. It is ID is coming. But how can we access the standard fields like created by? Then ID was there, right? You have to remove ID. Then name. If it is a standard fields, then you have to use dot. That's it. You don't need to use or double underscore r. Double underscore r means that is standard objects. For custom objects. For the standard object, you just need to use created by, or let's say whatever it is. If you are using account dot name, something like this from the content. So this is how you have to use. Note down this, and then again I'll explain one more SQL query. Just note down how to access the standard and custom fields, parent custom fields and parent standard fields. Just write down that for custom fields, you need to use double underscore r dot field name. For standard fields, just use custom standard field dot field name. That's it. Okay. Let's say I want to get all child records from the parent. Let's say I have training records, and then training records, I need to get all students. How can we access? Okay, so here let me write one SQL query and the train one. Select course double underscore name from training. Okay, so see, I have these fields. So need to get child records. This is a basic query. You can give any number of records. If you want to get the child records also, you need to use a bracket. Okay. Inside the bracket, you have to write select ID or any fields. Let's say ID from a name from student double underscore students double underscore r. How can we get that name? Go to the student object. This is bit critical for your SQL query, but you have to learn it. There is no way. If you see the training, right? So training, you can see the relationship field name. See here. So related list label students, right? So students, as this is the custom object and custom field, as this is the custom field, what you need to do is students double underscore or. If it is the standard field, you don't need to give double underscore r, but as it is the custom field, you have to give students double underscore r. Just try to execute this. It will give like this: id name, id name. You can give any number of fields here. Okay, initial fee, student fee, whatever the things you need to give, all the fields you can do inside the SQL query. So let's say if it is, let me just use this. This is for the custom object. You have to give like this. Let's say I need to get all the contacts and accounts. Select, okay, ID, comma, name, comma, select, contacts from. What I'm trying to do, I'm getting all the contacts along with the, sorry, all accounts along with its contacts as well. So here I have not given this. I've not given double underscore r because this is the standard and standard objects. So here, if you see, contacts will be given like this. Okay, so this is how you have to give standard objects and custom objects. When you say standard object, you have to use double underscore r and double underscore c. Okay, so if you want to get access, see, very simple thing. If you want to access parent field, then you have to use field double underscore r dot parent field. If you want to get the child records, inside the brackets, select ID or select fields from object name of relationship field. If it is standard objects, just relationship field will be there. If it is custom objects, then double underscore r will be there. That's it. No other changes on this one. Okay. So any questions on this, guys? So by moving forward, you will be using all these SQL queries inside the trigger or Apex classes wherever you go. So this all will be, we will be keep on using them. Okay. This is about SQL queries. Any other questions, guys, on this one?
Joins we don't have here, Anji. Joins. Hello?
Joins, see, joins
Yeah.
doesn't make any problem like that. You are using
Yeah, Anji. Not audible, Anji. Not audible. Hello?
we don't use, like joins is nothing but using parent and child records on it, right? So
Yes. Yes,
you
Anji.
can use these records in the conditions and wherever you want to use, you can use
Yes.
them. That's it.
Okay.
Using the child relationship field API name, parent API name, you will be
Okay.
using all of them. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay,
Okay.
guys. Take care. Just practice all of them. Then we'll go with the some other concepts by tomorrow.